Welcome back, guys. This is Jimmy Shaka here again, and today we are going to talk about the RM, the remove command. Let's visit the main pages for the remove command. Okay, the remove command, written as RM. This is the syntax. You type the command RM, and then next to that comes the various options, just like you would say RM -F or -I, and then your path to your files. Okay, so that's the syntax. RM, the options, and then the path to the file or directory that you want to remove. Okay, Q, press Q to quit. Okay, let me go ahead and list my my file in my current directory, my home directory. Okay, I have this directory here, directory 1. Let's visualize what's inside directory 1. Okay, I have file C in directory 3, and then directory 3 is located in directory 2, and then directory 2 is located inside directory 1. Okay, let's go ahead and create a couple more files in each of these directories. So directory 1/a.txt touch, and then we want to go ahead and create file B in directory 2. Okay, and now if we run the command tree directory 1, we can see that we have file A inside the directory 1, file B inside directory 2, file C inside directory 3. Okay, now how do, let's say we want to remove this file right here, C, right, in directory 3. So the way that you do that is you type the command RM and then the path to your file. Okay, in this case it's directory 1/directory 2/directory 3, and then your file, and then enter. If you run the tree command again, you notice that your file has been deleted. Okay, it's been deleted out of directory 3. Okay, so that's how you remove a file. Let's say you wanted to remove that directory instead of the file. All right, you want to delete directory 3, right? How can you do that? So it's pretty much the same command, but in order. Sometimes when you're trying to remove directories, what you want to do is run the command R. If directory 3 had some content, this R option, the recursive option, was going to be mandatory because you want to remove your directory but also its contents. Okay, now let's recreate that c.txt file back into directory 3. Okay, create directory 3 first, make directory, and then inside directory 3 we are going to have your c.txt file. Okay, touch. If you check tree, that directory 1, if you check the tree for if you check the directory 1, you're going to see that we have our text file back inside the directory 3. Okay, now in order, sometimes when you are removing a file or whatever, or directory, you want to have this option -I. Okay, because the I will give you your it's going to give you the warning, right? The prompt. Okay, it's going to tell you that you're about to remove this, and it's going to force you to kind of enter yes to confirm that you want to delete this. Okay, let's see what I'm talking about. Let's say we want to delete see this c.txt file. Enter. You see it's asking us do we want to remove this empty file c.txt. If we type yes, it's going to remove it. If we type Control C to exit, it's not going to delete it. Okay, let's say yes, we want to delete it. Enter. And if we check that, you can notice that it's been deleted. Okay, that's the advantage of having the -i, and the I here stands for interactive. Okay, it kind of gives you that warning message here that you're about to delete XYZ file, okay, or directory. And another one to know about is so there's a -i for interactive. There's also V for verbose. Let's say delete. Let's say we want to delete directory 2/b.txt. Okay, let's say we want to delete this B file that's inside the directory 2. Okay, but we want that confirmation message, not confirmation but warning message, you know, kind of reminding us that we are about to delete this file. But also the V here is for the verbose, you know, kind of talking to us as it's deleting this to kind of confirm that it's doing what it is supposed to be doing, you know. Enter. See, it's asking us, do we really want to delete this? This is because of the I option here. And then say yes. And you see that next text message down here? Removed directory 1/directory 2/b.txt. So that's the verbose, thanks to the V here. So that's the verbose message that we were expecting. Okay, kind of confirming to us that eventually that it actually did do what we expected. We expected the rm command to do. Okay, so that's the verbose option. Okay, now, so sometimes you have, let's say, let's create a file as sudo, so as a super user, the root. Okay, touch let's say touch d.txt. okay, and we are entering the command as sudo as a super user, the root. Okay, and then let's go ahead and list the content of this directory. To locate our file, it's right there, d.txt. Let's list the files in the long format so that I can show you what I'm talking about here. Where is our file? d.txt. Here it is. Okay, you see that? So that's the file we just created as the root user, root. Okay, now let's say we wanted to delete this file right now, as of course we are Cloud DevOps user. Okay, so let's remove this file. Remove d.txt. Mind you that so when you do that, enter. See how it's kind of warning us that this is a write protected regular file. That is because this file was created by a root user, and it was given these permissions only, right? These are write protected files, right? It's kind of telling us, hey, this does not. It belongs to a root user, which has much higher privileges. Okay, but it's gonna let us delete this because it's located in the Cloud DevOps directory. So when you see this, that's what this is all about. It's kind of reminding you that this file has limited permissions, meaning it was created by somebody who has higher privileges. In most instances, in this case, it's a root user. Okay, so we want to go ahead and proceed, and just like that, if we list this again, let's remove that again. We want to type yes, and then when we list this again, you can see that it's gone. Okay, before you could see it, that it was there right under downloads. Okay, see, it's right there below downloads, but when you scroll down below downloads, it's no longer there. Okay, it's been successfully deleted. And just remember that it was prompting us and kind of reminding us that this is a write protected regular file, because that file was created by the root user. Okay, now let's say you have multiple files, right? Hundreds of them that were created by the root user, and obviously you're not going to be entering yes, 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 yes for every one of them, right? That can prove to be time consuming and almost too much of a work to be doing, right? So in that case, what you want to do, you want to kind of force the deletion of all of these files without them prompting you to confirm that you want to delete them, right? So in that instance, what you want to do is type the command rm with the option F for force. Okay, you want to force the deletion of that file. Okay, let's say we want to delete this file. Which one would be? Let's say we want to delete. Let's see which one is this one, right? Because it was created by the root user. Okay, that's a perfect example. user10.text. So user10.text, but because we have the -f as an extension as an option, that warning message that we are about to delete some write protected file are not going to be presented to us this time. So enter. See, we're not presented any of those of that message. Okay, that message did not come to the it was not presented to us. Okay, now if you check that again, you can see that user10.text has been removed. Okay, so this one, user10.text, which was right above user11.text, has been successfully removed without kind of warning us, right? Because of that -f option. Okay, now let me kind of give you some tips and warning tips. You want to be careful when removing files, because you want to make sure that you're typing your path to the file that you're trying to delete correctly, because if you do not, you might risk deleting the wrong folder, the wrong directory, the wrong file. So before you do that, before you actually run any command, it's best that you do like echo and whatever you're trying to delete. That way you kind of confirm that indeed that's what you want to delete. Okay, for instance, let's say I want to delete directory 1 ls. Let me list this again real quick. Tree directory 1. Okay, let me say I want to delete directory 3, and I say echo directory 1, directory 2, directory 3. Okay, so I want to use the command echo to kind of give me a clear output before to confirm that's indeed that it is indeed what I'm trying to delete. Okay, and if echo fails here, I know that something is wrong with my path, as an example, right? Let's say I had this and I failed to do for example, auto completion. Is say there was a space here. Let's say there was a space here. If I hit enter, and you can see now we have two paths, right? Path 1 or directory path to the directory number 2, and another directory 3. In this instance, you know, it's going to delete directory 2 instead of trying to delete directory 3 because of that space we put in the middle. So you want to be extra careful with this. Make sure you're always using the tab to autocomplete your paths, because if you do this, for instance, right here, say you put a space and you type dir, if you tap the tab key to autocomplete, you see it's not bringing 3 because of that space that you put in there, right? But if you remove the space and do dir, you see it's auto-completing successfully. So you want to use auto-completion always to avoid putting any space anywhere between your path to the file that you're trying to delete, so that you do not delete the wrong thing. Okay, so that's one thing. And of course you want to use your -i for that interactive warning message, you know, before you can delete your file, so that Linux can give you that warning message, so that you can confirm before you delete your file. Okay, and what's another thing? And also remember, with the remove command, when you delete this, it's hard to recover, so be careful. Make sure you're deleting what you really want to delete. Okay, recovering this, I don't want to say it's almost impossible, but it's hard, right? But you want to make sure that you're deleting what you really want to delete. And one last thing, if let's say you wanted to delete, let's say you want to delete something, and want to make sure that it's for sure deleted, at least that it's securely deleted, you want to try to use shred instead of remove, because shred, like a regular shredder in an office, right? The physical shredder. Do you know how it shreds your office papers? Shred here typically what kind of works in the same way, not same way, but it's much secure or better at removing your files than it's better than the remove command. Okay, so the shred, you can do that with the shred. With the shred command you can do options VU, and then and let's say you can specify how many times. Let's say we want to delete. Let me list some of my files here again first. Let's say we want to delete this XYZ file here, XYZ file. So what you want to do, you want to shred that file. I want to see the verbose, and then I want to shred it, delete it. And how many times do I want to overwrite this file before I remove it? 100 times. XYZ tab to autocomplete. Now this command is going to try to overwrite XYZ file 100 times, so it's going to overwrite the document 100 times, right, before it shreds it, meaning so that if anybody could recover the shredded parts, he would if he reassembles the shredded parts, he's not going to get the original XYZ file. Instead, he's going to get a file that was a result of so many overwriting, right, that was done, which in that case, this one is much better than just the rm command for remove. Okay, so enter. Look at that. Perfect. You see that? So this command, you see that it was ran 100 times, and it was successful. So it was overwritten. This file was overwritten 100 times, which we like, right? And eventually was removed, renamed, whatever. And this is much safer than just removing your file. Okay, and just like that, guys, this completes everything about removing and shredding your documents. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.